All right, we all want to live a long, healthy life, right? We're so focused on diet, exercise, all the vitamins. But what if the biggest factor for a long life isn't found in a pill or on a treadmill? Today, we're going to dive into some really surprising science that points to something else entirely.
And this is really the heart of it all. What if it's the people you share your life with? The research we're breaking down today suggests that our relationships, our connections with friends, with family, our community, are one of the strongest predictors of how healthy and happy we'll be. It sounds so simple, but believe me, the implications are huge.
Okay, so first up, let's just tackle a belief I think most of us have. We're calling it the longevity myth. And it's basically this idea that our physical habits are the whole story when it comes to living a long life.
Now, don't get me wrong, diet and exercise are absolutely crucial. But the science we're looking at points to this huge piece of the puzzle that we tend to forget about, and that is our social health. This isn't just a nice-to-have thing either. It's actually fundamental to our biology.
And this really gets to the core of it. We are, by our very nature, social beings. Our brains, our bodies, they're literally designed to work best when we feel connected and supported. And when those connections aren't there, our whole system really starts to feel the strain.
Which of course brings us to the flip side of all this, loneliness. And we're learning that it's so much more than just a passing feeling of sadness. It's actually a genuine hazard to our health.
So here's the deal on a biological level. When we feel really isolated for a long time, our brain actually perceives it as a threat, like a constant state of danger. This triggers a long-term stress response, and as we're about to see, that kicks off a really damaging chain reaction inside the body.
All right, so let's break down what's actually happening here. It all starts with that feeling of being isolated. Your brain, which is hardwired to see safety in numbers, basically goes on high alert. This floods your system with stress hormones. We're talking about things like cortisol. And when that becomes a constant state of emergency, well, over time, it just weakens your immune system. It leaves you way more vulnerable to getting sick.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. This isn't just theory. Chronic loneliness is directly linked to a higher risk of depression and anxiety. It messes with your sleep, and like we just said, it tanks your immune system. It even makes it harder to just cope with life's challenges when they pop up. It really just wears you down body and mind. But okay, that's the heavy stuff. Here's the good news. If loneliness is the problem, then real, meaningful connection is the solution. It's the powerful antidote. This is where our relationships step in to help us build what psychologists call resilience.
So, what exactly is emotional resilience? Well, it's pretty much your ability to bounce back when things get tough. And a massive part of developing that strength comes from your support system. Just knowing you have people in your corner. Honestly, it's like a psychological superpower. And it works in this really simple but powerful way. When you feel supported by someone, when you feel heard, it literally sends a signal to your brain that says, hey, you're safe, you're not in this alone. And that just calms everything down. It helps quiet that anxiety and gives you the strength to deal with whatever's going on.
And the benefits just keep stacking up from there. You get a strong sense of belonging. Your overall mental health improves. You find more happiness in just the day-to-day stuff. Your friends might even be the ones motivating you to go for a walk or eat better. It's this amazing positive feedback loop that makes everything in life just a little bit better.
Okay, so we get the why. That part's clear. But now, what about the how? How do we actually nurture these connections when life is just so busy? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. It's all about small, consistent, daily habits.
And here are 5 really simple ones. It's not about grand gestures, right? Strong bonds are built from these tiny, everyday efforts. Just checking in with someone, really listening without looking at your phone, expressing gratitude, making time to actually be together, offering a little kindness. These small investments, they pay off in huge ways for our well-being down the road.
Okay, so as we start to bring this all together, let's just zoom out to the really big picture. What's the ultimate takeaway here? What does it really mean to live a good life?
And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? It's just such a powerful reminder of what actually matters at the end of the day. It's not about working more or hitting more deadlines, it's about the relationships we built and the love we shared.
And that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. It's not some complicated formula or some big secret you have to unlock. It's just a simple, powerful truth about who we are as people.
So the takeaway is simple, but it's everything. Investing in your relationships, it's one of the most powerful things you can possibly do for your health and for your happiness. Because the truth is, a life filled with meaningful connections
is a life lived longer and happier. It's the big secret that was really hiding in plain sight all along.